Hi everybody, Graham here with the latest updates from We Share Abundance. We've also got the State of the Nation and we've got our weekly charity raffle drawing. So we've got a busy time ahead of us today. With it being a Sunday, there aren't an awful lot of updates, but there are some. And so we'll be getting to those in a moment. But first of all, let's just explain who we are. We are a cloud nation. We're the United States of the world. We're on a mission to banish poverty on a global scale. And we've been around for about 4.5 years, which makes us an emerging nation. We have spent that time putting in solid foundations because we need to be here for many generations, not just a few weeks, months, or even years, generations. And we're now in a position where we are expanding our economy to improve the liquidity and value of our currency, and that will benefit all our citizens because all our citizens can claim our currency free every month. Who can be a citizen? Literally anybody. You can just come along, register, prove that you're a real person, and that's all there is to it. There's no fee and there's no obligation. There are lots of things that you can get involved in if you choose, but there's no obligation to get involved in anything. And if you go about things in the right way, it can take a little bit longer and a little bit more effort, but you can get involved in everything that we have without putting your hand in your pocket. It's a little bit quicker and a little bit easier sometimes if you have $100 or so that you can get started with, or even $5 for that matter. Right, okay. So we'll be having a little affirmation in a moment, and that is to help us with what we call our non-separatist ideology. And that means that we just treat everybody as a human being. It doesn't matter where you come from, what you look like, what your gender is, or anything else. We just see everybody as a human being, part of one big family of humanity, all linked together, and all individually unique, and so having something unique to offer our community, and therefore of equal value to every other member of our community. So we'll have that little affirmation in a moment, following a little very short prayer we have, which is there to help us find true happiness in life. True happiness is the only real measure of success. If you're not happy, you can't be classed as being successful. And I'm not talking about short-term happiness, you get from paying off your bills. That's we put that in the category of short-term pleasure. You get pleasure from going to a party, going on holiday, but it wears off. What we're talking about is that happiness that's always with you, that ever new bliss that comes from within, and you can't buy that. You can only get that through loving service to others. And the great thing about being of loving service to others is the more you practice that, the more you'll find that everything else that you want and need in life will flow to you. And so that's what our little prayer is about. And we'll get to that and the affirmation after we've just said, welcome to everybody, whether you're watching live or whether you're watching the replay. We have a lot of people watch the replays. 7 p.m. London time isn't convenient for everybody. And the replays are always available in Facebook and YouTube. And I think also in Twitch, but I don't really know much about Twitch, I've got to be honest. But let's see who we've got in right now. We've got Ramachandra in from Watford in England, Peter from Cameroon, Lewis from Lisbon, Portugal, Don from Vancouver Island in Canada, Colin from South Africa, Eric from Quebec in Canada, Bozina from Scotland, the capital of Scotland, in fact, Edinburgh. We've got Richard from Devon in England. Right, so let's get started now. Anybody that comes in a little bit late will either miss the affirmation or the prayer or both. And if they want to go through them, they can always do it watching the replay. Also, any of the early comments and updates that we bring. Okay, so here we go. Dear Heavenly Father, we are so happy and grateful for you, and we ask that you bless the We Share Abundance community, that it may fill each member's heart with unconditional love, and that through that love, bless each member that they may find the joy of service, and through service, bless them that they may attract true happiness and everything they want and need into their life. Amen. And our little affirmation: we're so happy and grateful to be citizens of the United States of the world, with God and truth as our leaders. Heavenly Father, may thy kingdom of peace come into our world as it is in heaven, and free us all from divisive inharmony, that we may become perfect citizens in body, mind, and soul of thy world. Right. And nobody else in the comments at the moment. We do ask, if you're watching, and you're not too shy, pop your name in the comments and where you're from. And everybody likes to know what's going on and where everybody is from. Okay. First of all, I'm going to give you yesterday's figures and today's figures, because I forgot to do them yesterday. So yesterday we had an increase of 1 in our paid ShareHope members to 471, but there's no change today. Yesterday we had an increase of 99 in the 777 plan, and an increase of 84 today, the last 24 hours, taking us up to 22,640 members in that plan. Yesterday we had 138 people register, and today we had 105 people register. So we now have a total of 49,045 registered members. The active member count I'll tell you about in a little minute. Multiply Visa. Yesterday, no change in membership, but the bonus pool went up by $2 just from logging in and getting the revenue share. Today we had 1 new email verified member, but nobody knew about advertising, and the bonus pool went up another $1 just from logging in, and that revenue share went up to $10,533.34. So I've got up to date with that. But now we have the State of the Nation, because it's the first of the month. We're already into September, October, November, December, 4 months, and we're gone. Boom, another year gone. We've got to get on. We've got to crack on with things. I see we've got Derek in from Wado City in Nigeria and Kingsley from Manchester in England. So let me give you the State of the Nation numbers. During August, we had a gross national product of $643,456, and that was made up of $443,050 in prizes and gifts. We had $5,432 paid out in Power of One bonuses. We put on one side $193,037 for charities once we have sufficient liquidity to cash in our tokens for the charity pool. And similarly, we put on one side $1,937 for admin costs. Once again, we can't do much with that until we build our liquidity so that we can cash in those tokens and use them to help expand our expand everything. Okay. I will be posting these numbers in the We Share Abundance Publicly Facebook group. Pool numbers range from 2,213 people in Pool 1 to 1,937 people in Pool 6. I'm not going to go through them individually because you can check them all out in the Facebook group if you have a mind to. In the free monthly raffle that we run for participants in those pools, We gave away total prize money in pool 1 of $2,018. In pool 2, $2,971. Pool 3, $4,877. Pool 4, $9,265. Pool 5, $17,830. And pool 6, we gave away $52,260. What's that? 69, 70, 80. It's about $90,000 that we just handed out in free gifts to our members, randomly selected from the pools. Okay, it gets handed out in varying amounts. We have a top prize, which is usually, well, it can run from hundreds of dollars to tens of thousands of dollars at the moment. Each pool has a top prize winner, and the prizes range. You know, it can be just a few cents that you win, but it's better than nothing, isn't it? And it can go all the way up to, as I say, tens of thousands of dollars. About 1 in 5 people in each pool get a prize in a month. So there's a fairly good distribution. If you're in all 6 pools, you've got a very good chance of getting a prize, maybe a couple of prizes of some value. So the top prize winner, we only give the top money that was paid out in one single prize. The top prize money in pool 1 went to Nigeria, and it was Moruf Olamide Olarawanjaro. And I'll have made a mess of that pronunciation, but I apologize. And that was $442.40. Not bad for a $2 pool. We have a pool winner for pool 2 from South Africa, and that was Heidi Newcomb, who won $652.50. Pool 3 from Nigeria again, Clement Ukoren, $1,072.50. Pakistan won pool 4, top prize, Shabazz Tuzawar, $2,047. USA featured as the top pool prize winner for pool 5, Coral Henderson, $3,954. Congratulations to all of you. And of course, the pool 6, the biggest pool top prize that we have, went to India, Vijay Kumar, $11,616. So congratulations to everybody. And that is the State of the Nation for the month of August. And here we go. We're going to crack on through September now in a big way. Okay. We've got Verna in from South Africa, and we've got Mary in from Chicago in the USA as well. Right. There's no development being done, but I have been in touch with Devyani because there are a couple of bugs that have raised their head, and I don't know why, because things have been going okay. So I'm not quite sure what's caused them. Now, unfortunately, they don't affect everybody. And when I say unfortunately, they don't affect everybody, that's because it's easier to find a bug that affects everything. But when we have a bug which affects some people and not others, it's a lot more difficult to track down. And we've got a couple of them. One of them is related to the active member count. Now, it is, I think, the majority of active members that are affected by this, but it's not all of them. But we will find out, and we will get to the bottom of it, and we'll get that corrected, because a lot of members now are showing as inactive when they should be active, and we will be getting the priority of fixing these few bugs. When I say few, I mean one little bug can take a day, 2 days sometimes. Hopefully we'll be able to get to the bottom of them quickly and get them fixed. But you never know with bugs. The other one is people depositing funds to the exchange directly, depositing funds from an external wallet into the exchange. For a lot of people, it goes through seamlessly, no problem. But there are some people, and we know of at least 2 people that have put in tickets about it, that when they try and make that, it doesn't calculate the value properly, and it doesn't go through, and it doesn't process. They go through the system. They're doing things correctly, but for some reason, the system isn't reacting in the way that it should. So that's something else we have to fix. Those will be priorities on Monday for Devyani before we get on to anything else. Once we do get the bugs fixed, there might be something else, but I can't remember what it was. I've got a feeling there were 3 things. I'm not going to bother looking for it now, but we will get them fixed. Can't guarantee when. Hopefully we'll be able to get them fixed fairly quickly, but you never know. Once we've got those fixed and out of the way, we'll get back onto the 777 upgrades. That will be the special offers for people that are joining the 777 plan. They can take that up within their first 7 days, I think. There'll be some good special offers for them, which will help you generate higher sales and will help you make more money. And by generating higher sales, you will also be able to benefit yourself by some incentives that we will be uploading for you as affiliates as well. So those 2, I don't think they should take too long. So it depends on how long the bugs take to fix, whether we'll get those loaded within a day or 2. And then we have the two tasks that are very important. One of them I think might take a while. We don't know until we get to it, but that is the spillover effect that we're going to introduce, so that people that are big recruiters will be helping push their people through our system. Now, our system is a pass-up system, and I've never seen a pass-up system that operates a spillover as well. You normally only get spillover in matrix, and they don't usually work very well. But I'm confident that we will be able to do this and get it really doing well, helping people get through those different levels quicker. And of course, that benefits everybody. It benefits not only the person going through the levels, but also the person that sponsored them and that they fall under in each level, because they get paid more commissions as they get into each level. And it benefits the system, because as the more people get through the levels, the more they get into the positions where they're creating funds for the assisted entries, which allow people to get in to the 777 plan without putting their hand in their pocket, and still generate commissions for the people that introduce them. So it's that I think will take longer time, but sometimes when I think things are going to take a long time, they're done quickly, and sometimes when I think things aren't going to take too long, they take forever. We'll have to wait and see. We'll get them done as quickly as we can. And the other thing that we want to do is we want to make it possible for you to find the email address of people that are in your pay line, so that you can get in touch with them and get them to put somebody into that little box when they get an assisted entry given to them. The quicker they do that, the more benefit it is to them, to you and to the system. So if you have their email address, you can get in touch with them and ask them if they need any help. Do they understand what's going on? And you can get them to get somebody in there quickly. Because if they get somebody in there day one, when they get that assisted entry, it means their second assisted entry is going to come in much, much faster. If they wait and it goes on for days and days, then until that first one is completed, they're not even in line for the second one. So it matters for that. It matters because it affects commissions. The quicker you get people in, the quicker you get commissions. And so it'll give you the opportunity to communicate with everybody through email. You'll be able to send them a personal email and get in touch with them, and that should get into their inbox, and they'll be grateful to you. And it's all about being of service to people. You know, if you can help them, get them on the right track, and not only does it help you, but it helps them, helps the system, the whole community. So that will also be something. I don't think that one should take too long. And I'm hopeful that we can get them all sorted out within the coming week. Not a promise, okay? I'm hopeful that we can. Once they are all completed, those tasks, well, even before that final one, that email thing, we will reinstate the function where people have assisted entries that have been allocated and they've not filled them. We will put somebody in there from our pool of members that aren't already in the 777 plan. Now, we've got over 20,000 that we can allocate, and that sounds like a lot, but it isn't, because we've got 20,000 members, and a lot of them have assisted entries that haven't been filled in. So it can, those people can go very, very quickly. It will mean that the program expands very, very quickly, but then we'll be back to a situation where we won't have a pool of people, and it'll only be odd people that come in now and again that don't upgrade and become available for that pool and get placed. So that's why it's important to get that email system in, where you can get in touch with people and help them to find people to put in there, and they'll be able to do the same. Okay, I see we've got a couple more people in. Cryptonym says, sounds expensive. It's free. Okay, it's not free for the 777 plan, but you can earn the money to get into the 777 plan without putting your hand in your pocket. But if you want to put your hand in your pocket, you can get started in the 777 plan for $5. You can get started in our Poverty Crusher plan for $5. You can get started in our Share Hope plan for $2.50 a week, but you have to pay 4 weeks in advance, so that's $10. And our Easy Business Builder plan at the moment is being restructured, and we don't want people getting involved in that at the moment until we restructure it, and that will be the enormous cost of less than $10 a year. Okay, so it depends on where you're from whether that is expensive or not. If you are struggling in a country like Ghana perhaps, and it's hard to find $1, then yeah, it's expensive. But if you're in Europe, the United States, Australia, New Zealand, somewhere like that, to get involved in everything is less than it costs for a meal a day, okay? Or one meal, let's put it that way. I don't mean a meal a day for a month, you know. Just one meal will cost you more than the even you know, take out pizza or something like that. Okay, so hope that answers your question about being expensive. It's more like expansive than expensive, quite honestly. We've got Eric in asking a question. I like Eric's questions. I like questions from everybody. When is the rank position will be paid? Usually on the 2nd, I think, the rank positions run. And that is automatic, and it just pulls money out of your shareholder wallet and puts it into your available cash wallet. I think it runs on the 2nd. I'm almost sure it runs on the 2nd, but I'm not promising that I'm right. But I am 99% sure. Okay. Just a minute. No, we haven't. I thought I got a message coming in from somebody, but it's not relevant. Okay. So that's where we are, and that's what we're doing. That's the state of the nation. As I say, I will post that into the We Share Abundance publicly group for you. I know some people like to track it and keep graphs and things of progress and the ups and downs that we go through. And it'll be interesting. By the end of this year, we'll be seeing steady increases in everything. And next year, we're going to see massive growth. We could see the start of that this year. Okay. And we got Mr. Whippy, or Mac Whippy. Hello there. And I'm doing great, thank you. And I hope everybody else is doing great as well. You should be, because how you feel is a state of mind. It's not connected to outside influences, even if you're struggling with pain and things, which can make you feel a bit down at times, you know. Inwardly, you can still be feeling wonderful just to be alive and breathing fresh, clean air. Okay, so let's do a screen share and do our charity raffle. Have a look at it. I have no idea how many tickets we've sold this week, but we can do a screen share. Oh, just a minute, we've got a question from Eric. What are your plans to have the Share Hope plan grow? I know everybody has that, their part. I know everybody has their part, but wondering, what are yours? I think I've mentioned that we will be doing community advertising. It will be benefiting mainly the cash cow members, but of course the Share Hope plan community matrix will benefit regardless of who makes referrals, and so we will be doing quite a lot of paid promotions, and we will be scaling them up as we start getting feedback, seeing which are working the best. Okay, but yeah, as you're quite right, everybody should play their part. If everybody just went out and got 3 people in a week and never did anything else, everybody would be making $20,000 a month or more within 11 weeks. And that is the power of everybody doing a little bit. Now, you and I know, if you've been around and you've been in the home business industry for a while, you know that people don't do it. Everybody doesn't do a little bit. Most people sit back and wait for everybody else to do it. And they're the ones that complain. The ones that are doing it, and particularly the ones that really get out there and start bringing in hundreds and thousands of people, make 10, 20,000 within 2 to 3 months. Not in total, but as a monthly recurring income. And those are the people that benefit the most. But if everybody did a little bit, as you intimate in your question, it's up to everybody. If everybody did just a little bit, just get 3 people for $2.50 a week each, and take, you know, just spend a week doing whatever it whatever you need to do to get those 3 people into the plan. If everybody did that, everybody would be wealthy. Okay. So are your sessions about healing of the mind? No, not particularly. We try and help people to think positively, which is always good. But no, the sessions are just to update people on what's happening within our community. Okay. But it's a good question. And if we can help people heal body, mind, soul, whatever, then we will have done a great job. But I don't profess to be a healer or anything else. I'm just a messenger. Okay. Right, let's have a go at that charity raffle. Let me see. I don't think I'll still be logged in because it tends to log me out after a short while. It looks like it has done. So I'll click the login button. And then if we come back here, I'll do a screen share. And this is the one, I think. Yep, we're winning. Okay, let's have a look how many tickets we sold. I can't remember how many we sold last time. But I think to break even, we need about 130 or something like that. I can't remember exactly. View current statistics. We sold 129, so it's going to be touch and go. I don't think there's going to be much profit for charity. But nevertheless, let's see who the winner is, because we have 3 accounts that participate in this raffle ourselves. We have admin account, which is Frammy, and we have 2 test accounts, which is Rosa and Rosita. So if Frammy, Rosa or Rosita win, the funds from that winnings go into the charity pool. We've got a couple of $100 in there at the moment. When it gets to about 500, we'll have a vote on which charity to pay it to. But right now, we're going to click on this button, take out the draw. It happens very fast, and we'll see who the winner is for the top prize this week. And of course, it will allocate lots of second prizes. There's 1 in 3 chance of winning a prize. So here we go. Roll on the drums and click. And there we go. And the first prize winner is Bros. So it's not one of the admin accounts. It's $80, and we got 42 users, so $122 paid out. We had 129. We made a $7 profit, folks. That's better than making a loss. Okay, an extra $7 into the charity pool, and you can, of course, if you, how do I do it? If you go back here and click on this, you can take out last draw results, and you'll see there Bros at the top of the list, and then all these other people that have won, and there are 5 pages of them. Okay, so that's the raffle done. Oh no, I thought we got more questions, but there aren't any more questions there. So I think we're done for the day, folks. I will be here, same time, same place tomorrow, 7 p.m. London time, YouTube, Twitch, Facebook. Until then, get out there, share some love and abundance, go the extra mile, be of loving service. You'll be changing lives around you, and at the same time, changing your own life for the better. The more you go out, the more you express yourself in service to other people, the more your own cup of happiness will be overflowing. So just do it. And until tomorrow, I'll see you later, alligator. In a while, crocodile. Oh, just a minute, I'm so confused. There's so much focus on the money. How is this helping people? I'm getting strange vibes. People need money, Kryptonim. You can't buy happiness, but it's easier to be happy if you're not stressed out and can't pay your bills. So we have opportunities where people can generate income. It's not the main purpose of our community. Our community is here to build a community of like-minded individuals who seek more than just material gains. But material gains, we have to be practical. We want people to be able to pay their bills, pay their rent, pay their food bills. My idea of abundance is to wake up each day in a warm, comfortable, safe bed, in a safe home, with good food that you can put on the table. It's as simple as that. Now, if we can help people do that, that's what we're about. So I hope that has solved your problem. You think it's a Ponzi? Look, if you think it's a Ponzi, that's okay. It's up to you. It is no Ponzi. That raffle that we've just drawn is a raffle. People buy tickets at $1 each, and we have a raffle which selects winning tickets. It's as simple as that. The free distribution that we do is done every month, and that is a distribution of our currency to our members, in addition to the currency that they get rewarded for doing simple tasks like logging in on a daily basis. And that currency builds a wealth fund for the future for them. The only cash that is available other than withdrawals, which are in keeping with our liquidity from that shareholder fund, are from sales of our products or services, commissions. So if you make a commission, that is instantly available to you. That's not a Ponzi. We are not a Ponzi. Okay? But if you think we are, don't get involved. But if you want to get involved and have a look at this from the inside, it's totally free. There's no obligation. God bless. And I'll see you later, alligator. In a wild crocodile. See you later, alligator. Always wear a smile. See you later, alligator. Go the extra mile.